Hey folks, Monday was the first night of live playoffs on Season 7 of The Voice with performances from Team Adam and Team Blake. Oh, couldn't y'all mix it up some? Well, so we wouldn't have both the tired, old, predictable old-timers in one night. I wish they would hurry up and take a vacation already. Anyway, first up on Team Blake is the first of many Taylors this season, Taylor Brashears. During her intro, Blake said that Taylor represents an era of country music that doesn't exist anymore. One Loretta Lynn song she sang, and he acts like she's full-out throwback. Taylor said that Loretta Lynn shared her audition video on Facebook. Honey, Loretta don't get on Facebook. One of her low-level staff people maybe, but not her. Anyways, the song Blake gave Taylor this week was Long Time Gone, which might have been a good song for somebody with enough sass to pull it off, but it was not a good song fit for Taylor Brashears. First off, she did Landslide last week, which was a big hit for the Dixie Chicks, so we knew she wasn't going to be able to pull off a Dixie Chicks song. It was just pure Monday night karaoke, and she didn't do herself any favors bringing that fiddle out there either, because she only played it for like 2 seconds at the beginning of the song, and then it looked like she spent half the rest of the performance looking for a place to put it down. And that dress she was wearing looked like she yanked down the curtains at the saloon and wrapped them around her. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that by this time next week, Taylor Brashears is going to be a long time gone. Next up is Chris Jamison. The song Adam picked for him this week was Don't by Ed Sheeran. Awful song choice for a singing competition, but with Adam Levine picking the songs, what can you really expect? Well, because there's like a million words in this song and about 10 seconds of singing. You're trying to show the world that somebody's a good singer. Why would you give them a song for a fast talker? During rehearsal, Chris was concerned because the song was so wordy, and Adam was like, we've got a new song called Animals, and it's got a lot of words. I was like, dude! We're like 20 minutes into the show. We've done heard you sing the song, and now we've done heard you talk about it twice. Enough already with promoting yourself. No, when Chris hit the stage, I thought he did about the best he could do with a song that wasn't a good fit for him. He ran short on breath a couple of times, but I think he stands a pretty good chance of surviving if he gets Adam's lifeline. Next up is Jessie Pitts. The song Blake gave her this week was Holding Out for a Hero, and they decided to slow it down. Oh, what a surprise! The Coffee House Girl is slowing down her song, Say It Isn't So. No, I thought it turned out to be not really so bad. I had really low expectations for this girl, so it was far better than I thought it was going to be. The end was a bit messy when she tried to go big, but overall, it was pleasant enough. I hated her dress too, though. I was like, girl, don't you sit like that on that stool, because you're going to show the whole world your business. But yeah, I'm not sure if it was enough. She probably won't make it on the public vote, but she's got a low to moderate chance of getting Blake's lifeline. Next up is James David Carter. His song this week was Two of a Kind, Working on a Full House. What was Blake giving stand-down orders again this season? I'm thinking maybe he was, because there are plenty of Garth Brooks songs that he could have done without picking one of his most middling ones. Oh, he did a fine job with it for what it was, but I think he needed a pretty song this week. This song might have been fine for a week where only 2 people are going home, but with 8 people getting axed this week, he will need Blake's lifeline if he's going to survive. And given the song choice, I'm not convinced that Blake even wants him there anymore, but we'll see. I still think he would be Blake's best shot at a win this season with the right songs, unless Blake is trying not to win again. Anyway, next up is Matt McAndrews. His song this week was God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. Adam acted like it was a big deal that nobody's done the Beach Boys on the show before, and they both acted like it was the greatest song ever written. Personally, I never really liked the Beach Boys, and so this sounded just like another boring, dated old Who Cares song to me, but Matt sounded really nice on it, so there's that. And he's doing better on iTunes than everybody else, so he has nothing to worry about this week. I expect now that Adam is probably feeling encouraged to give him more prehistoric songs this season. Next up is Reagan James. We were reminded about a dozen times during her performance that she's only 15 years old. They act like we're all so old and senile and forgetful that we just can't remember that there's been young people on the show before. Her song this week was Try, and I tried to like it. I really did, because everywhere I look online, people seem to love it. I was not one of those people. I mean, it was okay, but in this, the war of the Team Blake quirky girls, I'm kind of rooting for the other one. Reagan ain't got nothing to worry about, though. You know, when Blake goes up into the attic and drags out his tired, old, dusty old, one of the most important people ever on the show line, and throws it at you, he ain't gonna let you go. Next up is Taylor Phelan. Adam let him pick his own song this week, Ruh-roh. You know, when Adam gives you full control, it usually means he doesn't care what you do, but who knows. His song this week was Cool Kids, and I thought it was quite good. I was feeling it. Well, there was a couple of wonky little parts, and it did get a little bit repetitive, but as far as the guys on Team Adam go, he was my favorite. Not sure how it's going to go, though. I'll be surprised if him and Chris both make it, and so if it's up to Adam, I think he liked Chris better, so who knows. I hope Taylor makes it, though. Taylor Phelan, not Taylor Brashears. Brashears or one of them other Taylors. God, there's so many of them. Anyway, next up is Pfirrman, the only girl left on Adam's team. The song he gave her was Young and Beautiful, and he said that he picked it because he wanted to show her dark side. He's afraid that she's getting stuck in a pop box. Actually, Adam, it's the first live show. She ain't had time to get stuck in a box yet. And I think most likely he wanted to give her a song that wouldn't go over too well, so he'd have a good excuse to send her packing. I think she sounded fine, but my mind was wandering, so it didn't really hold my attention. I think it's pretty safe to say Mia is toast. Next up, time to pull out the Kleenex and/or the earplugs. We fixing to get another gloomy song from Damien. No, the song Adam picked for him this week was not the only one, and I thought it was his best performance yet. But I think that's more because of the song. He sang some pretty awful songs this season. And this song was pretty good. I just don't think he's that great as a singer. Not as great as they make him out to be. He's pretty plain. You can go to any church and hear that. He's doing pretty good on iTunes, though, so he should be okay this week. We'll see. Oh, when it was over, Pharrell asked him where he was from, and he said somewhere in Louisiana. And Pharrell was like, the people in that Louisiana airport are so proud of you. No, actually, Pharrell, if you've been watching the show, he worked at LAX, but whatever. And the last of the night was Craig Wayne Boyd. The song Blake picked for him was Some Kind of Wonderful. Some kind of boring song choice, I thought, but whatever. He did a good job with it, and he seems to have become pretty popular with the audience from what I'm seeing online, but I don't know. We've seen the whole Southern rock thing on these shows before, and it's the least likely to have real-world success after the show. He'll be fine this week, though, and probably for a little while. So that was it for this week. I think safe from Team Blake, I would say Craig Wayne Boyd for sure, and Reagan James for sure, and it's a toss-up between James David and Jessie Pitts for whoever Blake's going to save, depending on whether he really wants to win or not. Poor Taylor Brashears, she's finished. And on Team Adam, I would say Matt for sure, and Taylor I hope, and knowing Adam, probably Damien, but it's really hard to tell who he'll pick because he makes some really dumb choices sometimes. So leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about the show, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you folks tomorrow.